Welcome to the Morning Wood. I'm your host, John Hyslop, joined as always by the great Matt Modi. Everyone knows the best time to start laying the wood to the books is in the morning. So that's what we do every single day on this channel. If you're not always subscribed, then subscribe right now. You probably want to get the notifications on too. Here you can see what we did yesterday. My bets are the ones in green. Matt, yours are the ones listed in red. I'm going to let you speak on your behalf, Matt. What happened, man?
Yeah, well, I take full responsibility for my plays going 0-3. Obviously, none of this was my fault. I mean, if Dowdle could catch, he would have gotten 4 receptions. He would have gotten 5 to win your bet, but he had like 3 drops on the last drive of the first half. That's not my fault. I mean, the guy's got to catch him.
That's a good point.
Dick is obviously Nigel's fault. I think I've been brainwashed into thinking that he's better than he is. I will say he had 13 points in the first half. So if you're tracking on a play after the first half, that should just count as a win. Because if he just had 13 more points in the second half, then he would have gotten 20. And then as for Embiid, he really should just be embarrassed for himself. I mean, the Sixers are kind of dead. He's dead. He looks like the kind of guy where if you go to like a YMCA gym and there's an old man that's been playing like one game too long and just isn't moving. That's what Embiid looks like. Okay. So yeah, I will say for that last play, I was debating between 2, and because you went a first quarter point prop, I went Embiid, and the play that I would have had hit. So again, it's not my fault. Yeah, it's not your fault, but yeah, I would have also probably chosen a different play if it wasn't for you. So anyways, that's what happened.
All right, look, don't beat yourself up. It's fine. I lost the bet too. I mean, it was obviously a guy you had, so maybe that had something to do with it. But Dowdle, 5+ receptions. If that guy could catch, he would have caught 10 balls last night. I mean, he was literally on pace. He had they took a target away from him somehow. Like he had 6 targets. The next time I looked, he had 5. I was like, they were trying to make him look better than he was. He was terrible. So that was plus 270 though. You know what I mean? Like I like to go high. Mechie obviously hit 25+ receiving yards at plus 210. It's a gift. I can't believe everyone didn't see it. And then I knew I was going to need something late because I figured those other 2 would have already cashed. So I had De'Aaron Fox over 7.5 first quarter points. I don't know how you fade a guy who's on like an all-time run, but that hit easily. Actually, it didn't hit that easily, but it did. You know what I mean?
It hit.
Yeah, it hit. It was one of those where you're like, oh, shit, that's not going to hit. And then all of a sudden, in the last 2 minutes of the quarter, the guy starts just nailing shots. It's like, I knew it. So all in all, I mean, I'm not a math guy. I think we profited there. If we didn't, I did. So the next best thing. But since this is the morning and you're probably supposed to be working right now, if you're watching this, we're going to go quick, okay? We can't have you getting fired, not this early in the day. Stick around to the end of the video, though, because today is the 20th anniversary of the Malice and the Palace. I think we should probably talk about that. That was just an incredible event. But since you got rocked yesterday, Matt, there's only NBA tonight. I think there's 6 games. I'm pretty sure you're going to NBA. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself. I think you should go first, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, since I got rocked, the only way to go is up. So I'm feeling good. It's quite literally impossible to be worse than yesterday. So for my first one, I'm going to go with a market that, despite how much you make fun of me, is my highest ROI on the season.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. My highest units profited on the season. That has more to do with having a bad year than it is. But anyways, Darius Garland, 3+ 3-pointers. I mean, plus 115 on this guy to make 3 threes is an absolute gift. It's a crazy price. You're gonna the haters are gonna say, well, he's only done it in 8 of 15 games. So he's barely hitting it over 50% of the time. Well, he's only done it in 1 of his last 5. And if you know me and you know how I like 3-point props, it's finding situations like that. A shooter who's in a little bit of a cold spell. Again, he's only done it once in his last 5 games, but it's a great matchup for the Celtics. And I talked about it all year. It's just how the Celtics play defense. They're an awesome defense, but they sag back a little bit on the pick and roll, allowing players to pull up. And Darius Garland averaging the most 3-point attempts per 36 minutes in his entire career. That's like a mandate under head coach Kenny Atkinson, is to shoot more. He's also shooting over 40% on pull-up 3-pointers, 42.4%. The Celtics last year allowed the most pull-up 3-point attempts per year, in the entire NBA. This year, they're allowing even more than that. Granted, they're closer to average this year because teams are shooting more in general, but the market hasn't caught up to Darius Garland. Plus 115 for him to make 3 is crazy. For context, Donovan Mitchell's over-under is at 4.5. So like I'll gladly take 2 fewer threes for Garland, who shoots a little bit less than Donovan Mitchell, but not a lot less. So
not
that's
enough.
the first one. Yeah, not enough.
Okay. I don't mind it. What I've been doing lately, Matt, I don't know if you've noticed this, but I've been just in the NBA, I'll either go first quarter or just giant money line. Give the nice big underdog picks first early in the day, and then kind of let the news come to me, and then jump on my straight bets based on what these lineups are, because the lineups are always different. Like the injury report right now looks pretty bare. Guess what? It's not. It's, you know what I'm trying to say? It's by the end of the day, it's gonna be full of people you never thought were hurt. So I feel like go get some things like Brandon Clark, double plus 1,000 at Caesars. This sounds crazy, all right, but it's not that crazy. If you want to get soft and go rebounds, I can see that, because he's getting 6 rebounds tonight. All right, everybody knows that. Centers get like 16 boards a game against the Denver Nuggets. Messi, whatever his name is, from the Pelicans, just got 12 rebounds against them, and he barely played that night. Barely played. So the idea that Clark is plus 1,000, given the fact that there's going to be no Zach Edey, all right? Zach Edey, the 7'10" guy, he's not playing. He's out, all right? There's another dude they got, a big white guy, center, Huff. He barely plays. I don't know if you can even play him, especially since what if Joker doesn't play again, which is definitely on the table. Even if he does play, I still think we're safe, because Clark can still get to 10 boards, and all we need to do is get him 10 points. That's it, 10 points. Hasn't done this a lot this season, but again, Edey has been eating into his playing time. This dude might play 26 to 30 minutes. If he does that, dude, we have the greatest bet of all time, plus 1,000. What do you think of that?
I mean, you hit a plus 1,000 double last week, so
correct.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
That's a valid point. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, you did not. Stop stalling, dude. Let's go. These people got to work, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can't be
Zach Collins.
Okay.
4+ assists, plus 240 odds at Caesars. I can guarantee you nobody else is going to – I can't guarantee that. I can bet not a lot of people are going to be on the Zach Collins assist train tonight. I love it. It's one of my favorite plays on the board. Wemby's out, so we can expect about 25 minutes for Zach Collins. If you look at his hit rate this year, you're not going to be super impressed with it, but he's averaging like 15 minutes a game. Again, no Wemby. That number's going up to 25 tonight. He has gotten to 4 assists 3 times this year. 3 of 10 games, getting 4 assists, playing 15 minutes is pretty good. It's all about the matchup against the Thunder. The Thunder allow the second most assists per game to centers. And if you just look at like center assists against them, it's crazy how many assists they get against the Thunder. Like you're looking at guys like Jokic, whose over-under is 8.5, gets like 16. You're also looking at dudes whose over-under is like 1.5, like Gogo Batadze, and he's getting 4 against the Thunder. It's all because of the way they play defense. They're tiny. They don't have a starting center. They're just going to blitz the crap out of the center, either that gets the ball in the post, gets the ball in the high post, or running a pick and roll. That's why they give up a lot of shots on the corner. That's why they allow the second most points per game to spot up shooters. If they're just going to be aggressive blitzing the pick and roll ball handler, the pick and roll roll man, anything like that. Collins is not a schmuck. He can pass. Like he's got some chops to him. So 4 assists for him is crazy. I'll gladly take that at plus 240 odds at Caesars.
I like that. I like that a lot. I actually might tail that. I always say that I'm going to tail it. I'm always like, yeah, I'm probably going to tail that too. And I never do. And even when I say it, I'm not gonna. I just say it. But I'm probably going to tail that one though for real.
Oh, okay.
All right. It's I like the plus 240. I'll be honest with you. I'm back. We cracked the code again. It's the plus 200, plus 300 or higher range, especially early in the day. You got to go there. But I'm going to go Yves Missy. Again, I think that's his name. He really hasn't done enough for me to learn how to pronounce his name yet. I think it's Missy, but or Missy. Fuck, I don't know. But double-doubles plus 700 at Ballybet. This is not that crazy, okay? Not that crazy. Only 2 teams in the entire NBA have given up more points to the center position than the Dallas Mavericks this season. That's it. Per game, I'm sorry, than the Dallas Mavericks. So that's huge. We need him to score points, obviously. You know he's getting 10 boards. That's a given, but he's got to get the 10 points. This is huge of me, though, personally, because I think it was Sunday or Saturday or one of those days. maybe it was Friday, but he had a game, and late in the day, it was right before the game tipped off. I was like, you know what? I'm going to bet something in the NBA real quick. And I chose him plus 900 to get a double-double against, I think it was the Dallas Mavericks. Go back and look, because I watched that game. I have the league pass, no big deal, so I can watch all the games if I wanted to. And I chose to watch that one. I swear to God, Matt, he missed 2 dunks.
2 dunks?
12 rebounds. He blew 2 dunks. Guess how many points he ended up with?
I'm going to go with 6.
He ended up with 6 points. So it really hurt me, but I knew that all I had to do was keep believing in Yves Missy and just don't ban him. Don't do that. I mean, the guy just had a double-double for me just recently, so there was that. So I'm going to go right back to him. I'll be honest with you. I think that the Dallas Mavericks might be a double-double team for centers. They're on the strong maybe for double-doubles for centers. So we're going to put that to the test tonight. One of these hits, I'm gold. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that's just how it works with large plus money plays. I'm probably going to go a quarter unit on both. I could go more if I wanted to, but I'm not.
Okay.
And you're up, man. Yeah.
All right. Ben Simmons, 8+ assists. So the odds on this have actually got been screaming in a direction that goes against what I initially had, but that's fine. 8+ assists plus 330 odds at DraftKings is the best price. It was 270 earlier today. I like it even better at 330. Nothing feels worse than taking a Ben Simmons prop in general. If you're ever going to play Ben Simmons, you have to take his rebounds or assists. If you take his points, that's crazy.
Kind of a Ben Simmons points guy sometimes.
I think that's
super
crazy,
disappointing a lot. But
he doesn't even like to score.
No.
Anyways, his over under on assists is 5.5. Oh, the over's at minus money. I know we don't do minus money on this show. So he's hit the 6 number in 7 of 10 games. Only twice did he get exactly 6 assists. Every other game he's gotten 8 or more. So that's kind of why I think there's some ladder potential here for Ben. His potential assist to assist ratio is a little bit scary. He averages a little bit over 11 potential assists per game, but because he just gets so close to the basket and then he dumps it off. So guys are getting shots at the rim. So that's why they have a little bit of a higher potential assist to real assist ratio. But great matchup against the Hornets. Terrible defense. They allow the 2nd most points to the pick and roll man. That's an assisted play. The 4th most points per possession to spot up shooters. That's an assisted play. The 5th most points per game to dribble handoffs. That's mostly an assisted play, depending on how many dribbles the guy takes after the handoff. Maybe they won't give it to him, but generally that's an assist. And then the 3rd most points per game off screens. That's an assist. Also, Nick Claxton is out tonight. Last time Nick Claxton missed a game was last game. Ben Simmons had 8 assists. He played 25 minutes. We can probably rely on about 25 minutes for Ben Simmons. And when he's on the floor, all he's trying to do is pass. He doesn't even look at the basket. He doesn't even know that the basket exists. He just thinks that the way you win is passing, and that's what he likes to do. So give me 8+ assists for plus 330.
I like it. I like the plus 330. I just think we got to be going big like that. You know what I mean? Like just the way it works, dude. It's just math. You know what I'm saying?
It is math.
Correct. Well, I don't have a 3rd pick. I just got the 2. Like I said, man, I got to be honest with you. I think the way to do it, well, the way I like to do it, and I think that is the way, is just to get your big plus money stuff in the morning. And then, like I said, let the news come to you. But it's going to come all day. You know what I mean? Like some guys, it's like you might want to take a point prop. You know, if you're doing the minus 110 range, then yeah, you probably want to get those in if it's a superstar. But if it's not a superstar, that is difficult, man. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. Like unless you got a good read, whatever. But I don't always have the best reads at this time of the day, other than with the big plus money stuff. Because now you're getting, like I said, if the news breaks your way and other guys are out, dude, you're in the best position ever. So I think that's the way I'm going to play the NBA for the next couple months, whatever. But anyways, we talked about this being the 20th anniversary of the Malice and the Palace. I kind of want to get your take on it because that, to me, was the greatest thing I'd ever seen at the time. I remember I was bartending, and I was a young man, kind of. I still had hair. I had sideburns, dude. I had this I was doing it, man. And I remember it was a Friday night, and I looked up at the screen because everybody, like at the bar, like it's November basketball, so it's tough to really get a crowd for that. But I mean, there was a lot of people. It was just Friday night, but no one's really like watching the basketball game. And all of a sudden, everybody was. And you look up, and the whole place stopped because Ron Artest was in the stands punching people, and it was the most incredible thing I'd ever seen ever. We did not have the announcers on because we had music on, but I wish I could have heard that live because I remember watching it later because I just watched the rest of the night and listening to them because it was literally like NBA commentators announcing a riot, like legitimately. You know what I'm saying? They were just going on, and it was just, everything about it was awesome. Turtle got punched in the face. He said it wasn't him, but that was him.
Yeah, and, fake Turtle.
Definitely. It was Jermaine O'Neal. If he wouldn't have slipped, I think we kind of, like, I'm not saying I want people to die, but like on camera or anything, but I want to know if that guy would have died because he might have, dude, from a single punch in the face. He got lined up, and if Jermaine O'Neal doesn't slip, he probably puts him into another universe.
Yeah. Oh, that guy's going into a coma.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he's getting dropped if that punch lands.
Probably the craziest punch I've ever seen. I thought Steven Jackson, I thought none of them should have got suspended, by the way. That was the thing because they were all blaming it on them. But think about like this. Like, what if you were like at your job because they're at their job, right? And someone throws a beer at you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's pretty messed up, dude. Like, you can't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think you get one punch. So for every punch, maybe he shouldn't have gotten suspended so many games, maybe just a couple games. And Steven Jackson didn't even do anything. He looked like he was trying to break up the fight. Like,
yeah.
So I think everyone should watch this video again, but watch it with the lens of not their fault. And you'll see what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like watch the lens of, like, through the lens of a defense attorney and just through the lens of like wanting them to win the fight. You know what I mean? Because then you're like, oh, wow, that was pretty amazing on their part.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. I was 12 years old during the Malice in the Palace. I remember exactly where I was. I was away on a soccer tournament. So it's like one of those away tournaments, which is fun because like it's one of the rare times you're like, you and all your buddies are all staying at the same place.
Yeah, you can smoke and stuff.
Well, I was 12. So now when I was.
That's what I'm saying. You're 12, dude.
That wasn't my 12-year-old life, but yeah, just I remember like we weren't watching the game live, unfortunately, but the next day it was what everybody was talking about. Like, dude, did you see that last? Like, I think I saw it on Sports Center later that night. We were like probably out to dinner or something. Then I came back watching Sports Center, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts. I think the guy throwing the chair is my favorite part. Just like in the stands, just tossing it, like just.
See, I think that if he gets to throw the chair, I think Jermaine O'Neal gets to punch him in the face. Like, you know, that's
fair.
Great, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I don't know. It just kind of, I don't know. Like Jamal Tinsley, I think he was Mel the Enforcer on N1. I'm pretty sure that was him. But he was the point guard for the Pistons, and he had like the what do you call it? Dustpan on a stick. And I'm just like, buddy, like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like. But yeah, but I don't know. I don't think Steven Jackson should get suspended. I don't think Jermaine O'Neal should get suspended. If you're on the court, you can get punched in the face. I feel like that would keep people off the court. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stop the courts from being stormed, just know that you could get punched in the face. Like, and no one gets in trouble if you're on this, you know what I'm saying, in these lines and you're in a civilian and you get punched in the face, that you have no recourse. I don't think people would go on the court anymore, dude.
I think that's fair. Probably wouldn't throw beer on him either.
Nope. And like Turtle was on the court, dude. So that's fair game, buddy. But I don't know. Anyways, that was just awesome. Just watch that again. If you haven't seen it before, I'm sure you have, but just watch it again and just soak in just the glory of that event because that was incredible. I thought it was great for basketball. I thought it was great for just people to learn what happened. I think that might have been the first fuck around and find out situation that we can really remember. Or that I really remember. Yeah, and that was it. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. Our bets for today, for the morning, are right there right now. Follow both of us, though, because you know the way the NBA works. Everything's going to change. There's going to be more bets throughout the day. Follow me on Twitter at SlopRules or on this channel because I'm going to go live later on today. We're going to use the tools at OddsJam to find some more bets, obviously. Matt Modi is at Jedi Modi on Twitter and on YouTube at Jedi Modi. Follow him there. Again, more bets. There's just going to be more, but there has to be. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching.